How are y'all today? It's kind of rainy here in Tennessee, so it's a little bit of a funky kind of day. So I wanted to check in with you guys and give you just a little update on what's going on in like my medical stuff and health-wise, and then some more exciting stuff like about my program I'm doing. I love the course I'm taking through the Integrative Institute of Nutrition. I have a hard time getting those words in the right order and saying them correctly. We are learning some great things. I've always done Weight Watchers. I think I've talked about that. Diets similar to that. Programs. Diet books. You know, I've had them all. And they don't typically work long term for me. But one thing that I'm really picking up on in my coursework is bio-individuality. That's a lot of letters. But what it simply means is that it doesn't, what works for you might not work for me. And certainly, obviously, what's going to work for me, which I'm not sure yet, it's not going to work for anybody else. I kind of laugh at that because that's going to bring me to my update. So I have been on the Keto Green program. Now this is my second week. I just weighed in this morning to kind of just to see where I'm at. I lost a pound this week. I know that I should be really excited about that, and I am. I'm excited to see the scale going down, but it's discouraging. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get choked up because you read the books and they say, oh, people lose 15, 20 pounds in 16 days on this program, which I know that that's not true for everybody, but I have changed my eating so radically, and I would just have expected more. So I'm disappointed this week. I really am. And then I did my blood sugar check, and it's still down. It was 133 this morning fasting, but it was still better last week in the doctor's office when we checked it. So I don't know. I am a little discouraged today, just having to dig deep, because you know this is the time in most of my programs when I would say, what's the use? I'm just going to quit, and I would eat the bag of chips. I didn't buy the bag of chips at Kroger today, even though I thought about it. I don't know. I'm looking for encouragement. If you guys have some, throw some comments at me. But I'm really going to try to stay focused in. We had a conversation with the family, and everybody, of course, they're very encouraging, trying to help me figure this out. So back to bio-individuality. So what works for the Keto Green dieters that did the study and lost all the weight may not work for me. I have to just accept that. So where I'm at now is next week I'm going to stay with the intermittent fasting I've been doing. So I have been intermittent fasting until 12. I have an 8-hour eating window basically. I have felt pretty good doing that. I've been hungry this last week though because I went back to work. So I'm going to stay with that. I've got my meals planned out, and I'm going to do daily blood sugar checks. I'm going to try to do a food journal every day and just see if I can tell if there's still some foods I'm eating that may be negatively impacting my blood sugar. Because I think, just like I'm studying in my course, that may be different for everybody. So I'm going to try to like drill down on some of that stuff. I also went back to work this week. I mentioned that. I have a very high stress job. It's been extremely busy. Before COVID, I had help. I have no help in my job now, and we're just extremely busy, and it's just a constant stress, high stress. And I tend to be high strung anyway, so that doesn't help me. So I don't know if some of the impact on my blood sugar this week was the fact that probably my cortisol levels were running high, even though I'm doing my supplements for support. I'm just going to have to work through those things because there's not an option right now. I'm trying to work out some things to maybe go a different path, but I'm not there. So I just have to stay with where I'm at. So I just wanted to give you guys this little update. Next weekend, I'm hoping to have some more concrete things I can share. Like I'm going to show you my food journal, and I'm going to show you my blood sugars, and we can really talk about how I'm going to drill down to what works for me. And I think that is going to be the key to any diet you do, is that just a generic diet doesn't work for everybody. Now, Weight Watchers has worked for a lot of people, but when you get into people like me who maybe have some complicated hormonal issues and changes, it's just not the answer. So that's where I'm wanting to focus my attention as I'm working through this health coach program, is working with people who have honestly tried everything. And I hope by the time I finish the program that I'm more in line with where I want to be, especially health-wise. at my age, I'm getting away from worrying about swimsuits and things like that because that's just not on my radar much anymore. Although I would like to lose some weight certainly and feel better in some of my clothes. Health at this point is the key. Oh, and speaking of health, my husband lost 2 pounds this week, and so I'm really, really happy about that. He's not 100% on the program like I am, but he's doing a good job, and he's wanting to drop a few pounds, and health-wise, he needs to do so as well. So that's just a little side note. He's doing good too. So I think that's all I got today. I'm excited to bring you this update every week and let you know how we're progressing. It kind of keeps me accountable, so you guys out there are being my accountability partners because I'm going to get on here and talk about it. I know every week I've got to put 100% into what I'm doing, so I appreciate that. If you like this video, I want you to subscribe to the channel. That way you can kind of follow progress, and also the Health Coach Progress. I'm so excited about that program and what it's going to help me do to hopefully help other people later on. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, and I'll see you in my next one.